Welcome to the Libacious Podcast.
We're your hosts.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kaylin.
Enjoy.
And here we are. It's a podcast.
I got, what's her face? What's that singer song? What's the
Doja Cat? Or
yeah,
is it Doja
yeah.
Cat? Is it Cat?
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat?
Why I say singer song? I didn't listen to singer
writes
song.
Singer-songwriter? Were you trying to say singer-songwriter?
I thought it was a singer. But I don't know why at my first instinct said, what's a singer song?
The singer song?
But I think I was singing it before we started recording.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what's a singer song?
What's that singer song? What's that singer song?
Yeah.
What is that singer song?
I can't sing it.
That's
that's
Vegas. Isn't that Vegas by Doja Cat? Oh, yeah, I get it.
I think it's Vegas.
Dog, play it. I get it.
Me.
You ain't nothing but a...
We can't sing it. We can't sing it too close.
DMCA.
We can't sing it too close.
I don't even know what that stands for anymore. But I just know people are like, no, DMCA. But
hi.
welcome to the Libacious
Podcast.
Exactly.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Kaylin, and here you are. If you were looking for this podcast, you have come to the right place, because that's the podcast, and because the name of the podcast is
And that is the podcast.
Listen, how many times can I say podcast?
We're done. Right.
And as the Libacious Podcast host, we like to try a new drink every time that we're on this podcast.
Episode.
So, and also 2023, new year, new us, as they say.
Sorry guys, I'm tired.
But we're trying to be a little bit healthier with our drinking habits, and
we're trying. Also, I was a little. Wasn't a side story. I want to start doing before you go. I want to start doing little things on like my personal TikTok or maybe our Libacious TikTok, because like obviously I'm going on my fitness journey. I'm thinking of doing like Ashley healthy-ish lifestyle. So like I try something, like I obviously show like my fitness journey and like my lifestyle journey, but still like eating what I want to eat and not feeling restricted.
Yeah.
And then also, but after, because I have a fitness coach, but after like my fitness coach like tells me like, okay, now you can start eating certain things, because like right now we're trying to, like, I've cut out gluten, I've cut out dairy.
Gluten and dairy.
It's been so hard. It's been so hard because I love cheese.
It's the cheese squeeze.
But besides that, just do like half Ashley healthiest journey, but then like that on my personal, I think, and then on Libacious, because I always say, even though people they see that I'm plus size, they think I eat anything, but no, my body just doesn't. What's the word?
Process things.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't process the same as
my metabolism is slow because I don't eat it. I'm very picky, as Kaylin have noticed. We've been there for like almost 5 years. You know, I don't eat. I'm very picky.
Meanwhile, I'm over here the garbage can.
Yes.
Garbage disposal. Yeah. I'll eat anything.
Yes, and I'm over here. I'm like, just give me. I'm like, give me a salad if it's not just normal chicken or shrimp. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, it's turkey? No.
Literally.
Although
like,
she did try California rolls for the first time, which isn't even real sushi, so it doesn't even count. But
how is that real? Because it's warm?
No, because it's cooked. Everything in is cooked.
Shut up. Anyways, I tried it. You're gonna see it on our Libacious TikTok. But I was saying that I want to do like Ashley try, because my thing, what Kayla wants me to do, but our thing is for me to like try new things for this year, like new foods.
2023.
And I don't like trying new foods, but I'll try. So
New
we're
year,
gonna
new
try.
things.
Yeah, we're gonna try to eat new things. So we're gonna like probably post it on TikTok, and it's probably not gonna go well for me because I hate trying new things. But I will try.
You're gonna see a lot of this face if you're watching on the Libacious YouTube page.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of this face. So get ready for that. I'll probably zoom in on that. Future Kaylin, zoom in on that face that I just made, because that's gonna be a face that we're gonna be zooming in a lot.
Or maybe like,
this
what
year.
the fuck?
Yeah, just like, why would you make me taste this?
Exactly.
But anyway, this is the Libacious podcast, so we're gonna drink some libations, and the libation of choice of this podcast is this gluten. It said so. It's not even gluten free. It says
they lie, because the package says gluten free, but on the beverage it says gluten reduced.
It says gluten reduced. So I guess it has less gluten than the normal beer, but I'm guessing because beer and like this is a wheat ale, so beer and all that kind of stuff has like extra gluten. Yeah. Oh jeez.
That was loud.
Mine exploded a little bit. But so this is gluten reduced beer. It's called Omission, or it's from Omission Brewing. I guess balanced Omission Brewing. It's hard to read this. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's balanced.
But so we're drinking their ultimate wheat ale.
It smells like normal.
Smells like beer. Okay. Yeah, I just smelled it. Yeah.
All right.
It's
95 calories, 2.5 carbs, 2.3 carbs, zero sugar, zero sugar.
So we found this at Benny's. It's I guess it's a healthy alternative to beer.
I want to find different like probably places to buy alcohol, because they didn't have a big gluten-free selection, and I've been seeing like stuff on like YouTube, TikTok, whatever, and places you can find like big ass gluten-free like sections or like non-alcoholic sections.
We haven't looked in Trader Joe's like alcohol section in a while. What is it? To our health and healthy habits, right?
Yeah.
Cheers. Tastes like beer.
Tastes like beer.
It's good. It's actually pretty good.
I'll drink this again.
So we might actually
Well, shooting part is only like what, 6 cans for like how much we can get for probably a 12-pack for like a beer what we like.
Was it like $2 per beer basically? Is it like
it was
6 cans for like $12?
Yeah, it was kind of expensive. I don't think it's 12 though.
But yeah. It's a pretty good beer. It tastes like beer. It tastes like beer. Not even like watered down. It actually tastes a little bit more full than like a Bud Light. Like maybe Bud Light. Is Bud Light even? I don't think that's gluten free.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like made of rice basically, right? So I don't know, but it's pretty good.
It's a lighter, heavier beer.
If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, Omission Brewing, it's the wheat ale version. I guess you can see it on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and I'd suggest it. I'd at least try it, right? Like I know beer isn't ever for everyone, especially if you're like trying to be
or who's open to try new beers, because some people are just stuck on like Bud Light or like
their beer
Miller Lite.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think that's exactly what we need.
Yeah,
what everybody needs. But anyway,
we
probably will try it, because they had when we looked at it, they had a couple new or they had a couple of different types of beers. So there was like, what was the IPA, and there was one other that I forget what it was.
Benny's?
Yeah, Benny's.
I didn't see like
the Omission beer.
Yeah.
It had, because I was trying to decide between the few, like the couple of them. Yeah. It was like the wheat ale, IPA, and there was one other thing. So we'll probably try, because we like IPAs. Mm-hmm. So we'll probably try the IPA next time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. Like, I'd say definitely give it a try if you go to your local Benny's. But like with anything else, with like if it's wheat or if it's a gluten-free alternative, it's gonna be probably more expensive than like a cheap like Miller Lite. But
so this beer.
so yeah, so we just so
I would say get this beer.
Yeah, get it. Go ahead, get it.
I would. We're kind of picky with our beers, I think, at this point. Besides, like drinking Bud Light, but
yeah,
Bud Light is, I think, the only thing that we would.
I think we figured out like how we feel with different types of like Bud Light type beer, because like Miller Lite,
we don't like it.
Miller Lite,
our body doesn't like it.
Yeah, Miller Lite we drink if we have to, if they don't have anything else. Bud Light we drink. It's just like that's just like the default beer. Bud Light is like default beer. And then everything else, like if we can have like if we're in Milwaukee, we'll drink Spotted Cow because that's delicious. Our go-to beer here in Chicago is like 312, which is basically default Chicago beer. We've definitely had 312 on the podcast, right?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Spotted
had to.
Cow, no.
We've had to. I think we've definitely had Spotted Cow. We've had Spotted Cow a couple times. You okay?
No, I have my arm back here
arm.
and like pinch between the thing.
Anyway, enough beer talk. We got to talk about what happened directly after the last time we recorded the episode, because we recorded episode we recorded episode 72 on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And we were just like, okay, that's why we were kind of rushing off. We were like, we gotta go and record, and we gotta go to the festivities.
Yeah, true. True.
And so we kind of we rushed off for that, but so a lot of stuff happened the rest of that night.
It was a chill, fun night. Like it was and my mom called it. It was the party of four. She named my party a party of four, which it was.
Party of four.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
And then somebody came over and started talking about shots.
It wasn't even the shots. Just the shots were fine. It was the person that came to be a Danny Downer.
A little Danny Downer, yep. And the
rest of the night
talking about death and bleak things, and we were like, we're supposed to be talking about, we're supposed to be thinking about like the new year,
fun
and like
times
new life and stuff like that. Yeah. And they came over and they were like, everything sucks.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
life
everything
sucks. And
so
my wife, listen, I gotta make sure that I can retire, because if not, because we need insurance for our medication. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, we understand that, but
but right now we can celebrate.
You've had multiple opportunities to talk. My parents, their mindset was, my parents was like, we live next door to each other. You had multiple chances to talk to me prior to this moment, and you heard us legit having our own party, and you're gonna bang on our door to legit make us turn it down to have yourself a Denny
pity party. What is it called? Like trauma dumping? Like you just kind of like came over and just trauma dumped. Yeah. And
I'm happy I was an adult, because if I was a child, like a younger person, having to like help my dad bring our neighbor back home.
Oh God, yeah.
I'd be traumatized.
So I wasn't there for that because I had gone a little bit.
My husband went crazy.
I went crazy, like strat wise. Are you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I definitely. So I went. My dad.
I had shots, but I think because you had light and dark.
Yeah, because you just stayed with the tequila, right?
Yeah, I had light.
Yeah, so the neighbor brought over Maker's Mark, and I was like, I've always wanted to try that. So I was taking shots of Maker's Mark, and then I also took shots of Patron.
Yeah.
And so I was mixing those two, and I think most people's bodies don't like that. They don't agree with that, and my body said nay.
Yep.
My body said nay, and we had to.
You were fine for a little bit.
I had to abandon ship.
Right.
That's what happened.
But yeah, you did went a little crazy.
So yeah,
The shots.
I kind of get. I know in the past I've definitely been competitive with shots, and I don't know why I do that, but I'm just like, you know what? It's a shot. Whatever. I'll just take it. It's because it's not like drinking an entire drink. It's just like downing a quick thing. Like it's quick. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why it happens to me. I'm just like, I'll just take a little quick shot. And just like, blip, blip, blip.
It's
like
fine.
quick. It's fine. And then it catches up to me. And then I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Mm-hmm. So New Year's Eve, I made it to New Year's. We did the TikTok thing where we ate 12 grapes and read off our list of wishes
For the year, yeah.
for the year, and hopefully they'll come true. We're also starting a manifestation thing, so
Yep.
like based off of that list, so hopefully one of those things works. So I made it there, and then after that it gets a little bit blurry for me. I think after that I was kind of like, okay, I'm done. Mm-hmm. But then it was already.
You were like being extra.
I was already too
I
far
was
gone.
like, you like to be in my face when you were drunk for some reason. Like,
Love it.
All up in it.
Love it.
And my mom was like, you thought you were whispering, but I heard you say, sit your ass down. She heard me say that to you.
Oh, to me, yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, sometimes I have to say that.
You gotta do it sometimes.
And then you stumbled back to the room
and I was
eventually.
like, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I went to sleep.
You stumbled back in the room. And then me and my dad helped my neighbor back to his house. And then I came back home. And then I went to our bedroom. And I was like, I should go to sleep. And I was like, I know he's gonna be uncomfortable sleeping. And I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, he's gonna be uncomfortable.
Oh, I was in all my clothes. Yeah,
you were
I was still in
all
my
your clothes.
Sometimes you just gotta jump in bed.
Yeah,
fully
I know.
clothed,
I've done that before.
fully clothed.
So I was like, let me ask. So I asked you, and you were like, my pants. But then I started taking off my pants. You're like, why are you doing that? And I was like, you just asked me to take off your pants.
I can't do it.
You're like, why are you taking off my pants? And I'm like, because you just asked me to. So I started taking off. I was like, I'm gonna take off everything.
I got a goldfish memory.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna take off everything. So we'll call it a day.
And then the next day,
you're like, why?
and then the next day, I thought I was hungover. Turns out, something wasn't happening.
That was scary.
Yeah, it was a bad New Year's Day. Like the first day of the new year, I was like, my blood sugar will not go down, and I got very, very, very sick. And like so much so that everybody was like, you probably should go to the hospital. I was like, I can figure this out.
He wouldn't let me take him.
I figured it out. I did figure it out, but I was
But it stressed me out.
every like what? It was like every time I like drank something, like I just threw up like immediately.
You did anything.
Like I couldn't keep anything down. Yeah. And so I had to change my insulin pump. And then I had to ignore basically all of the stuff. Like my insulin pump does this thing where it's like, oh, you already gave yourself insulin, so we're gonna subtract the insulin that you already gave yourself. And when you have to give yourself more insulin, then blah 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 blah. It's like, and when you're like when everything's under control, that makes sense.
Right.
But it wasn't under control, so I had to keep on going. Like, okay, scratch that. Mm-hmm. Give me the full blast of insulin, please. Just give me the full blast. And I had to keep on doing that all day, and then eventually, like around like 4, it was like I was doing this this entire day. The entire day, like we woke up like early in the morning, or I threw up early in the morning. Whatever, I can't remember. Yeah, it was bad. What? Just the remembering?
I hate throw up.
Oh. You made the face. I was like, oh no. And then it was an adventure. It was bad. It was like I had only been that bad once before, and that was when, again, my insulin pump was like malfunctioning.
Mm.
But I also had been up until like 4 a.m. working on a project in college. And it was one of those things. It was crazy. I was like, I'm glad that I live so close to school, because I had to drive myself home. Mm-hmm. I literally drove home with my head on the steering wheel.
Why?
Because I felt so bad. And I made it home. I got back, and then I threw up every two hours. Sorry about the saying the word.
It's okay.
I didn't keep anything.
It was every 2 hours, literally.
I didn't keep anything down. Luckily for us, we had the next day off, so I was able to recover, like being dehydrated.
But that time, work at the time. It's good. Could you imagine feeling that and having to go to work?
I had to. That the first time I did that was that I had to do that because they were. I was like.
And what's it called?
I was bartending then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
like now, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you probably put your foot down more. You'd be like,
yeah,
no,
I would be like, no. I'm like, I'm dehydrated. Mm-hmm. Like, if you needed me to work, I can maybe work at home, but I'm not going in the office. Like, I can't do that. But like with the when I was bartending, because I was like, I needed the job to pay for college. I was like, I have to call in sick. I have to call in sick. I'm going to call it sick, and they're like, tomorrow's Mardi Gras, so we need all hands on deck. You can't call in sick. And I was like, I literally was throwing up all night yesterday.
I remember in the 2 weeks, and you went in, right?
Yeah,
or your week and almost whatever.
I wrote my 2 weeks as
And they
because
were like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I was like, I can't. I was like, if you're gonna have me do this, like, even if I'm like probably going to pass out. It was like a Mardi Gras thing. Everybody was like freaking out, like, or everybody was like having a good time, like going on, and I was like, my head was on the register. Like I felt horrible. But yeah, no, I was like, I cannot do this anymore, and I put in my 2 weeks notice the next day.
Nice.
Which, I mean, they're out of business anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It's not like I was missing out on anything. It was one of that place that I was working at was I was a bartender, and they were like, oh, you can't sit down. If you sit down, it looks like you're slacking on the job. So you have to, if you're bartending for even for a 12-hour shift, you have to stand. I'm like, what?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Right.
So yeah, it was good that I got out of there, but they were really scrambling when I left, because I was a good employee.
Good.
Like I always am.
I
I work to the max.
You do.
Anyway, that was the beginning of our 2023. So hopefully your 2023 was a little bit better, listener. But we're doing okay now. We're a weekend, about a weekend. Ashley's getting a little sleepy.
What'd you say?
I said we're about a weekend to the new year, or 2 weeks in. This is the second week.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Calendar.
Yeah, we're second weekend.
Yeah, second. Oh, okay, yeah.
Wow. When this comes out, it'll be the third week.
A monster.
Wow, it just let itself out.
Yeah.
When this comes out, it'll be the third week. Oh, I don't know if you stopped listening.
Don't make fun of me. Huh? I zoned out like fully.
Oh, I was gonna say stop listening, like the listener, the person who's listening to this podcast. I don't know if you stopped listening, but we have.
I check when I zone out, and you're like, she's clearly not here anymore.
Well, when you do so I also notice a new thing when you stop, when you're not listening, or when you're falling asleep, is your eyes are basically completely closed, and you start like putting you're doing like a fish mouth, like pursing your lips, like basically you could be like kissing the air. It's just like. I was going too much about my previous my work, and you're like, I don't give two shits about this topic, and you're like,
yeah, I have to go back and watch it.
well, I'm gonna zoom in now. Okay, future Kaylin, you have to zoom in on her face now. You have to zoom in.
You're not keep it in.
I'm gonna keep it in.
You jerk.
I'm gonna keep it in.
You're
I'm not
so
even
mean.
gonna no context. I'm gonna cut out the entire story, but I'm just gonna keep in the face.
My cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt.
From what? Laughing?
Yeah.
Are you really not that, like, you don't smile that much that your cheeks hurt? Your cheeks hurt because of that? Oh,
Fuck the world.
We gotta do more stuff where she's smiling. Jeez.
I'm not hurt.
She's been scowling so much that smiling hurts her cheeks. Laughing hurts her cheeks. Meh. You know when they say your face is gonna stick like that? It's just because people are hurting.
I was like this.
Your face was stuck like what? I was just doing with the face that you just did. What are you doing? Why are you?
That's how my face is. That's how my face hurts. Right
that
here.
was your face. You can't. You can't smack me because your face is stuck like that. Is that what you're saying?
It hurt. Yeah.
Oh, what? I thought it would hurt if you're like smiling. That's not you smiling? That's just you doing. Oh no.
That's not me smiling.
Oh no.
That's not me smiling.
Oh no. She's in pain. I thought she was smiling. I thought it was a strained smile.
That's not me smiling.
I think we have to say goodbye. I think Ashley's.
It's not me smiling.
She's not. Well, now she's smiling. She's laughing, but
What is this?
Oh no.
How my chest fell.
Oh no.
What is this?
She's doing. You have to if you want to. You're getting sorry. So if you've made it this far, hopefully you've been watching the YouTube episode because it's all faces now. But Ashley needs a little bit of rest. Ashley needs a little sleep. I think actually we both need a little bit of sleep. Her face is stuck like that. When they told you if you keep making that face, your face is gonna stick like that. That's what happened right now. It just happened.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh no.
That's relaxing.
You're relaxing. That's you relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
That's you being annoyed with the topic of discussion there.
Fuck you.
Sorry was telling my story of my past employment. Hopefully nobody who employs me in the future listens to this.
Tom's gonna be like, cause you supposed to be sleeping. Like she doesn't care about her husband's stories.
You make it 4 years into a relationship. You hear the same stories over again. I guess I get it. Yeah, it happens.
She doesn't value her husband at all.
And he still stays. He still stays.
He doesn't listen to the word I say half the time, so it's fine. I can fall asleep with a few stories.
That's how I put her to sleep. I just say the same stories over again.
So I can play my games on my Switch.
Yeah, and that's why she doesn't go to any of my open mics because it's all stories that she's heard before. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I mean, last one he was like, "You're the cat caller." I was like, "I help save your night."
Oh, that one, yeah, my first
oh
open mic night. You. Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. Even though there was like 5 people or 4 people there.
I helped save you.
Yep, you helped. There was my crowd work, but I had a plant in the crowd. Anyway, I think we should wrap it up.
What's plant? Up? What's we gonna say?
A plant.
What does that mean?
Like somebody who you put in the crowd to go back and forth with because
okay.
like who you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is this the mask? Are you like Jim Carrey smiling, trying to do smoking?
I want to fight you.
Oh, you're gonna fight me?
Okay.
You didn't know what a plant was? Oh, a lot of teeth there. A lot of teeth there, Missy.
I told you my cheeks hurt.
I never noticed. I've never seen anybody whose cheeks hurt and they like smile more. I feel like that's more. Muscles going than just having a.
Myself.
You're just gonna. Oh. I see. It's like when you smashed your finger in a door and you started pressing on it with your like smashing it again. That's what happens. That's what you do.
Thanks for.
Oh no, we're not. Let's not finish there. No, let's talk a little bit more. We can't end on that note. We can't end on that note.
All right.
That face that you made.
End it.
All right, we'll end it. But still, yeah. Wait, hold on. You gotta do a little bit more.
How long the thing is?
We got a little bit more. We got a couple more minutes.
Okay.
So the YouTube page is YouTube panel is up and live. The current what's it called? The current schedule is the day after we post. The day after we post the Walking Dead. That's Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the clickers. The day after we post an episode. The day after we post an episode, the video episode on YouTube is going to come out. Yeah, so the YouTube channel is up. And we are starting a new thing. We will be putting more stuff out on it once we get a little bit more. It's up in the air. We're trying to figure out. We're trying to do something early this year. We will give more details. Libacious adjacent. It's hard to say. But yeah.
Oh wait, am I ending it?
Yeah, it's time to end it. It's time to end the episode. That's a while back. That's a long time ago.
We can't do it because it's illegal. Anyways.
DMCA.
Until we meet again. I said so. So long.
Well, Anyway, they can't DMCA us for that because nobody would ever sing it that way.
All right. Okay.
Anyway.
So please rate, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that on the Apple Podcast app. Share with family and friends. You can find us on any of your favorite podcast platforms.
Subscribe to YouTube. Hit that bell icon.
Subscribe to YouTube. What's the thing?
Libacious. It's just Libacious Podcast.
Libacious Podcast.
Same as this one.
Please follow us on there and share with family and friends.
Follow us on Instagram.
Twitter.
At Libacious Podcast.
We don't do Twitter anymore. Yeah,
Twitter's dying.
So yeah,
we know.
Instagram only, Libacious Podcast. And then we will see you next time. Bye.